Speak to one person specifically. Hello, sounds a bit intriguing. I'll explain all in a sec. But first of all, hello, I'm John Butt. I'm the host of the Marketing for Owners podcast. Marketing for Owners is where I help you create your self-marketing company. A company that can generate sales and customers on autopilot while you do the things you'd prefer to be doing, and you don't have to stress about it. To find out more and to get the real benefit, you should be a member of the Owners Club. You can go to the website, marketingforowners.com, find out all about that, or even better, go to theownersclub.co. Yeah, just .co. That works. Anyway, back to the show, as they say. So, what am I talking about? Talking to one person specifically. This, I might add, this one tip, it will dramatically improve your emails and all of your marketing communications. Now, basically, when you get emails, if you think of your inbox, it's full of spam, full of annoying stuff, full of stuff you don't want to read, it's all corporate, it's all boring. If you ever send a message to a mate, to a friend, your subject line will be something like, "Hey Mike, check this." And then the subject will just be diving straight in. You won't even mention Mike because it's just a Mike. You'll be saying, "You know that thing we discussed the other day? Well, here's a link to it. And I'm going to be looking," you're just straight in there. It's just short, it's just brief, and say at the end just says, "John." How about if you could write to your clients or your potential clients just like that? Well, you can. And more importantly, you should. First of all, you need to know who is your ideal potential customer, client. And the way you're going to work that out is by building up a sort of an average profile. You may think to yourself, how on earth do I do that? So I will say, have hands up who has a customer. Put your hand up, because if you've got a business, I'm going to assume you have a customer or a client or two. So, doesn't matter how many you've got. Start with the most important ones, the ones that buy from you the most often, who pay their bills on time, and who spend the most money. And simply ask them, phone them, or even better, use it as an excuse to go and visit them and to say, "Hey, we're just upgrading something in our marketing and our backup stuff, and we discovered we want to know more about who are our typical perfect clients," and you are. So I just want to ask you a couple of questions just to get a sort of an overview, if that's okay. And by the way, while I'm here, I've got a free sample and there's a box of chocolates there's a bunch of flowers for being such a great client, etc., etc. So, by the way, for the noise, that is a family of birdies and all the little, if you can hear it. I record these outside for those of you not looking at the video, and that's a family of birdies waiting for mummy or daddy to bring in the next meal, and that's why the noise is going on. So, you can build up a pattern. You don't want to say, "How old are you? Are you married?" But build up a general pattern, and what you're looking for are things that will help you. So you don't want to ask them 50 questions because people will get annoyed and will get bored. But you want to know. So ask them, when you first bought from us, how many alternatives were there? Were there other companies? Yeah. Were there many? Okay. What kind of made you pick us? And then when you bought from us, what makes you keep on coming back? Is it the price? Is it the service? What is it? If they don't answer straight away, give them some encouragement. But note down these things. Visit a handful and start to build a pattern. Now you can make a judgment. You can think, oh, most of our customers are men. Most of our customers are women. Most of our customers are look like in their 50s. And you can ask them, by the way, ask them their job title, not their job title, but their job specifics. What do you actually do at your company? Because someone might be the managing director, or they may be a something director, but they may have a responsibility for purchasing stuff for sites or something like that. So you need to know what is their job relating to purchasing your services or products, because that's quite important. You can't, if someone's, so for instance, I'm the managing director. Well, it doesn't mean that every single managing director has the same needs as me. So you need to know, why do they buy it? In my business, there are certain things that, although in the fire protection business, there are certain things, although I do not work day to day in, that people have to ask me as a major policy buying change. For instance, our supplier of fire extinguishers. If all my staff wanted to change it, that would have to be a sit down with me, because that's a major change. We've used the same supplier in this business, my previous business, for 20 odd years, and they are the biggest and so on. But other things, don't care. Buying printer, toners, office supplies, printing, doesn't really matter. So there are certain things, and it would be good to know if you were my supplier. You can put all this together and then you write them. But once you put it together, you want to develop a picture of someone. So to make it better, make it more effective, give that person a name. They have to have a name. So you have to imagine this is a real person. Now, the next step is to get a picture. Don't just imagine, find a picture. So you can use Google, all the stock images sites, and there are loads of royalty-free stock image sites. If you go to the marketingforowners.com website, if you put /blog, you'll find there's a search bar on the side, or on mobile, it's probably a bit further down. Enter in royalty-free images, and you'll find, I think, is it 2 or 3 articles listing a whole load of places to get free images. But look through those, find a picture of someone, and if they seem to look like it works, grab it, pick it, print it out, jot their name underneath, Mike, stick it on, print it out so it looks like a postcard, a photo from, if you had a mate, if you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, and you had it on the side of your monitor, a little bit of sticky blue tack and a name or something like that. Like that, remind yourself who it is. Now, I'm going to keep on referring to Mike because mine is Mike. But once you build this up, how old are they? Are they married? What does the wife do? How many kids have they got? How old are the kids? Build a picture. Let me quickly read through mine. I'm going to explain about Mike. Now, Mike, he's 45. He's got a wife. His wife Sarah is a part-time nurse. Their kids, Suzanne and Jake, are 15 and 13. Jake's 13. In his daily life, it takes him 15 minutes to drive to work. Outside of work hours, he spends most of his time doing paperwork, finishing quotes, invoicing clients in front of the TV. Sometimes he goes out and sees his friends at the pub. In his business, he runs a local printing business. He's been in business for 5 years. He's got 3 members of staff in addition to him. Most of his customers are local. He prides himself on keeping his customer happy. So his retention rate has been good until recently. And thanks to a good retention rate, he's not really had to market his services in the past. But as for problems, recently customers have started to tell him that they can get the same service quicker and cheaper from Solopress or Vistaprint, and some customers have even started doing their own printing in-house. This is affecting business and sales are dropping. Now, declining sales have got Mike worried, keeps him awake at night, and he's not quite sure what to do. Mike, he doesn't want to worry his wife, and he doesn't want to worry his kids. She's very understanding, but she's not very business-minded, and he feels she wouldn't understand anyway, even though she'd try to help. He doesn't know any other business people really to look to and share his worries with, so he feels quite isolated. It is very lonely being a boss. But he's most concerned he won't be able to take his family on their annual overseas holiday this year. He wants to do something about it, but he's not sure what. Occasionally he surfs the internet and he comes across get-rich-quick schemes on how to make money, and he knows these aren't realistic, so he keeps on searching, hoping to find the answer, and so on. Now, this is Mike. So when I write an email, when I write a message, I'm writing to Mike. I'm talking to Mike now. Hi, Mike. You know this, Mike, because of course we've talked about this before. But I'm talking to one person. I have a full picture of Mike. There is more, by the way. This I just gave you a snapshot. We have a whole page written. I know lots more about Mike, about what he does and his problems and how I can help him. Most importantly, Mike should join the Owners Club, because the Owners Club is full of like-minded people, of business owners, small, medium-sized business owners who have no one to turn to, who want some help, who can turn and get strategy from somebody who can help you, because Mike does not know what he does not know. I know that he does not know what he does not know. And I can help him find out in relation to marketing and business, because I happen to have built businesses that are successful, and I've been there and I've had all these problems. I can emphasize with him. Emphasize. Easy for me to say. So that is how you do it. And once you start writing to that one person, you're no longer writing, we are this, we are that. You're just talking to your mate. Honestly, this will work. Today, toolbox tip. Very, very quick, because this one went on for a bit. This is simple. My toolbox tip for today is LinkedIn. Yes, that LinkedIn. Yes. Whether it's the free or the paid, just start with the free. LinkedIn is being bought by Microsoft, you must have heard. That means LinkedIn is going to get a lot of publicity over coming time, and if Microsoft do stuff, Microsoft owns Skype. They're actually quite good at running businesses. So LinkedIn will start to get integrated into Office products and other things that Microsoft do, and Bing and so on. It will start to be everywhere. So get on LinkedIn, make sure your profile's up to date. If you join the Owners Club, you get free access to our LinkedIn 101 course, along with the Facebook 101, the Twitter 101, and the website 101. That's for another story. Anyway, join it, update your profile. I'll see you tomorrow.